Hey everybody, Pandi here.
Hey everybody, Pandi here of Pandi's Hair Candy and More. I want to thank you so very much for taking a moment to click on this live stream. I am so looking forward to connecting with you here. So go ahead, grab your snacks, your beverage, get comfortable, and let's prepare to chop it up, get our kiki, and catch up like old friends. If you didn't remember to do so on your way coming in, please don't forget to blow dry on the like button. And if you are not subscribed already, what are you waiting on? Go ahead and tap that subscribe button and be sure to double tap that notification bell so that you are notified each and every time that new content is added to the channel. Alrighty, the show is getting ready to begin. See you soon. Good morning. Good morning, Dance 87. How you doing? How is everybody doing? Happy Tuesday, everybody. Thank you for popping in. This is a quick random pop-up live stream. I haven't done a pop-up live stream during the week in so long. But I'm off work today and I'm at home chilling. And I was laying in my bed. I got up this morning. I washed some clothes. I cleaned my living room, my bathroom, my kitchen, and I went to lay back down. And I was just laying there bored watching TV. And I said, you know what? Let me go on YouTube really quick and do a quick pop up. Let me tell you, I'm so over the Will Smith slap. That is all I've been seeing on everybody's YouTube channel and on every TV station that I flick to. So I was like, y'all are not finna Will Smith me all week long. But anyway, hopefully some more people will join us. I just wanted to come on and check in with everybody, see how everybody's week is going, see what everybody have going on. I'm wonderful, Dance 87. Thank you so much for asking. How have you been doing? How have you been? I also just wanted to kind of touch base with everyone. See what everybody got going on their channel, see how everybody's week is going, and also give a few updates. You had a great weekend. That's good. That's good. That's awesome. That's awesome. I had a pretty chill weekend too. Yesterday was actually my husband's birthday, so we spent a little bit of time. He did go to work. I took the day off. Normally, like I said before, we would normally use our tradition would be we would go out of town, you know, and take like a few days off. But with, all these restrictions and whatever. He didn't really want to go nowhere because we would be so limited for what we like to do. So we pretty much had a nice quiet day yesterday. Once he got off of work, I made him a lot of his favorite meals in one big kaboom. I went shopping, got him some gifts, and we just had a pretty much quiet, chill evening at home. He didn't want to go nowhere, he didn't want to go out. So we just had a pretty much chill, kind of like romantic date night. Mm-hmm. Old married couple for you, huh? Now, me, on the other hand, I have been enjoying these couple days off. I have been enjoying these couple days off because usually I work Monday through Friday. So to have Monday and Tuesday off was a blessing. It was definitely a blessing. Give me some time to kind of get things taken care of around the house. Your house is never really junky, but when you work during the week like that, it's hard to really get in and dust and get to everything you need to get to. So I was able to really get the house in order, kind of pull all the winter stuff out, put it away, put the spring stuff out, dust. I had to do a lot of dusting. Did some stuff out in the yard. Actually went out, walked in the neighborhood, just enjoyed the fresh air. Yes, 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 yes. He was happy. It was like my son's birthday was the week before and then his birthday was yesterday. So now I don't have any more birthdays until July, which is my mama's birthday. You said what Will Smith did was very special. It was something. It was definitely something. It was breaking news. It was trending. Now, I don't normally watch the Oscars. I mean, to me, they're kind of boring. I know they've been on a bit of a break since the whole pandemic, and then they recently come back on. And it was a really big night for African American actors, writers, producers, and yeah, then that happened. And I'm kind of refraining from commenting on it. Of course, I covered it because what do? I cover trending topics. So, of course, when I saw the aftermath, I was like, what? I was in shock. I'm not going to lie. Now, the reality of it is, I'm one of those people that's in the middle where I feel like, of course, it's not cool to go up and put your hands on somebody. Um, Period. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also that person that if you put your hands on me, I'm gonna definitely put mine on you. And then secondly, um, you know, I do think that the joke was not the nicest. I'm not gonna say that it was malicious because I don't think it was malicious. We all know Chris Rock is quirky and weird, and that's what comedians do. They pick at people, especially if you're sitting up front. But then I also feel like that's a different scenario because that's typically when you're at their comedy shows. This was a whole formal event. You see what I'm saying? So there's just so many pros and cons where I see it from all perspectives. And honestly, I know most men would jump to the defense of their wife. Now, honestly, Norwegian film, but was not nominated. Oh, okay. Wow. Now, I found it weird because when I was watching the replay and the whole aftermath unfold, it was like, okay, Will was kind of laughing it off, but baby, when they zoomed in on Jada's facial expression, that look she gave her husband was priceless. And the very first thing that came to my mind was, so you just gonna sit there and laugh while he clown me? Now, I don't think she meant for him to get up and go walk up on stage and slap him. But I definitely do feel like she meant you better get that together. And honestly, I was in someone's live stream last night and they were saying how I think someone else on another live stream had mentioned, maybe it would have been better if he would have like approached him backstage or whatever and let him know he offended his wife and he would like for him to apologize. Hindsight 2020, after an event like that happens, you're going to always see all kind of different ways this should have played out. And unfortunately, I think Will just let, his emotions get the best of him at that time. Now, it could have went many different ways had Chris responded. It could have been an all-out brawl up there on that stage. But like I said, I am Will Smith out, honey. I'm tired. I'm on to the next. I'm not finna make that the source of my conversation for the rest of the week. But yeah, it was definitely a bad joke about his wife. I don't feel like Chris necessarily knew about her condition, with the alopecia, nor is it his responsibility to keep up with that. But I also know that they have a history of him kind of picking with his wife at the award shows, and then if you really look at the video and just the conversation Chris was having where he mentioned, what? That was a good one. That was a nice one. It almost implied that there was a conversation had beforehand, kind of warning him to don't play with my wife, don't come for us. You know what I mean? That was the impression I got anyway. But I could be wrong. But that's what it seemed like to me. And it seemed like he decided to push the envelope anyway. And Will reacted. And unfortunately, it wasn't the best reaction. Now, in the end, they're both gonna make a coin off of it. And I was just listening to the news before I came live, and I see now that the Academy has stated that they are going to do their own internal investigation. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. It'll be very interesting to see how this plays out. But at the end of the day, these are rich people problems, honey. These are rich people problems. See, I have no understanding of because Pandi is not rich. Okay. Excuse me. Let me see what you say. Will Smith understand why he did it because it was a bad joke about his wife. Yes. That's what he said. And I also understand that I believe last night he issued a apology via Instagram. You know, I also saw on the news too where comedian Jim Carrey came out and spoke out against it and actually stated that if it was him, he would be suing Chris for, I mean, not Chris, but Will for 200 million. And I was like, dang, okay. But I mean, like I said, I'm one of them people in the middle. So I know several people who feel that same sentiment. I'm one of them same people in the middle that I'm like, well, yeah, you know, I mean, because there's consequences to your actions. There's always consequences to your actions. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And we also know that had this not have been Will Smith, hey, Robert, good morning. We know dang on well if this was not Will Smith and Chris Rock, and this had to been Joe Blow from down the street and Tiny Tim from around the corner, somebody would have been escorted off immediately. Okay. and handcuffs, definitely would not have been allowed to come up and accept no award. It would have just went a whole different way. So again, like it goes back to my original point. Rich people problems. Pandy ain't got no understanding of that. You say I tried to sneak one in on you. Yeah, I tried to sneak one in because I'm off today and I'm at home. I'm off today at home, lounging, and I was bored. Like I literally have been up since about 6 this morning. I done cleaned up. I done got a little bit kind of started on my dinner. I did laundry. The house is clean. My husband's gone to work, so I'm just at home. This is why I don't take a lot of days off because I'm like, well, what am I going to do during the day? Um, so I ended up getting back in the bed and I was like, "Oh, it's cold in here." I got up to turn my heater on and I saw the thermometer was already at 74 and I said, "Okay, I'm not going to touch it. Let me just wrap up in these covers cuz y'all know right now with everything skyrocketing, gas prices, electric prices, I ain't got it to do." Robert said ticket sales for Chris Rock tickets skyrocketed from 37 to 342. He sold out in Boston for 6 shows. Yes, Robert, like I don't know if you were just in here, but I just said that. I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, both Chris and Will are going to make a coin. They are going to kill it. Okay, and at the end of the day, that's just what it is. I was in another live stream listening in from the clouds yesterday, well, last night, and this lady said she's in Australia, and she said all of his shows sold out yesterday. Chris Rock's. So I'm like, you know what? Why would he sue? They have a history, they know each other. Yes, their history hasn't always been friendly, but at the end of the day, this is a business and this is what they do. So the bottom line is they're going to make a coin. And that's what they're doing. And we as people on the outside looking in, we can voice our opinions, but it's not going to change anything. You said nobody going to work with Will for a while. I don't know, Robert. I don't know. You might be right about that, but I kind of feel like more people are going to try to jump in and work with him. Now, some may opt not to because I don't know if you heard what Jim Carrey had to say about him. He wasn't necessarily rude about it. I think he voiced his sincere opinion. He voiced his sincere opinion about what he would do, and I thought that was interesting because he flat out said, "If I was Chris, I'd be suing Will Smith for $200 million." I was like, "Dang, okay." But yeah, you said he apologized because he doesn't want his Oscar to be taken away. Well, I think the reality of that is, Robert, it still could be taken away because I was just listening to the news this morning and they said that the Academy is now initiated um their own internal investigation into the situation. Hey, good morning, Mr. Fulton. How you doing and welcome. So, yeah, Robert, they might still take it. I mean, and here's the thing, and maybe this may be an unpopular opinion, but this is my opinion. Will Smith is human. He is not a robot, okay? Will Smith has been in Hollywood for over 3 decades. He has pretty much had a positive persona. He's not been one to be caught up in a bunch of mess. We only recently been looking sideways at Will Smith because he decided to share about he and his wife's personal lifestyle, you know. Now, of course, there have been rumors about their open marriage or whatever for years, but because they decided on her Red Table Talks to come clean about that whole entanglement situation, we have to keep in mind that that whole entanglement situation is 5+ years old. And the mere fact that we know about it now is because they decided to share with us that this is what happened. They're working on it and they're working through it. And you already know how it is once the public gets wind of some tea or some drama, they gonna take it, they gonna run with it, and they gonna spin it. And so that's what happened. And so none of the 30 years that he's been positive, blemish free, without nair stain on him gets taken into consideration. The one event that he does is pretty much y'all are saying is going to wipe everything away. I don't think so. I disagree. And I'm not agreeing that what he did was right, but what I'm saying is I disagree with that. Here's my other thing. If they take it away, is it really a big deal? Because let's look at the level of success that he's had in the 3 decades without an Oscar. You know what I'm saying? Hey, good morning, Retro Babe Saves. She says, yes, but you don't see Sean Connery or Denzel Washington out here punching people. You got to have thick skin if you want that lifestyle. Facts, Retro Babe. I agree. I agree. Like I said earlier, I don't think that what he did was the right thing to do. And I also just said that you are correct. Consequences should have repercussion, though. Now, and I agree with that. I firm wholeheartedly agree. Hey, Geo's vlogs, welcome in, y'all. I snuck a little pop in, live in on y'all, huh? I agree. Like I said at the beginning, y'all, you cannot expect to go walk up on no stage at no formal affair such as the Oscars, okay, strike somebody and then think it's going to be cool. That we agree on, okay? But what I go back to in saying that I'm one of those people in the middle is I understand. I understand it from all aspects. So I definitely think there should be some repercussion or some consequences to the action. But then I'm also one of those type of people that you're not going to put your hands on me and I'm not going to put my hands on you. So I'm glad it didn't go there. You know, Chris was stunned, but I'm glad it didn't turn into an all out brawl on the stage. And at the same time, I do feel like Will has over 3 decades of a pretty much positive, blemish free, um, persona in Hollywood. And this one action, he's pretty much being scrutinized. It's pretty much like, okay, all this time that he's been good in the eyes of the publics is so it's like, so what? No one's taking that into consideration. And then also, I heard another lady's point of view this morning. I forget the name of her podcast. I think it's called Still Processing. Anyway, she was on the morning news this morning talking to Gayle King, and she was saying that in all this, blog talk, media, trending topics everywhere, you hear all this conversation about Will, you hear all this conversation about Chris, and nobody is talking about Jada and what Jada's thoughts are and what she must have been feeling. And it's just crazy. I think it's crazy, but at the end of the day, I think they're all going to be good. Let me see. Retro Babe says, I thought that he and Chris were friends. I'm confused. I thought they were friends too, Retro Babe. That's why I was like, whoa. When he actually went up there, I thought he was going to go up there and they were going to joke. I was not expecting him to hit him. And then I was so surprised because I was immediately expecting, oh my God, it's about to be a fight. Okay. Because I didn't think Chris was going to just stand there and take it. And then definitely, like my husband said, well, where was security? Where was security? He said the same thing. Oh my God. You know, security should have stopped him from walking up there. Yes, Robert. Will wasn't sorry. He was partying at the... Oh my God. Y'all, that's too much. And Retro Babe says he and Jada chose to put their personal business out there, and Will has misguided anger. He's really mad at Jada. Now, that I think, yeah, I kind of agree with you there, Retro Babe. I agree with you there. I feel like he definitely, when, if you look at the look in Will's face when he was yelling up there, cussing Chris out, I was like, yeah, there's something going on with Will. Something going on with Will. Gio said, well, Will just lost it for a moment. I don't want him to lose his Oscar. Chris don't want to file charges on him. I think Chris knew he was on touchy ground before he said the joke. I agree. And here's the thing. I think we just addressed that too, Gio. Oh, who cares about Jada? Oh my God, Retro Babe. Now wait a minute. Yeah, I get that too. Who cares about Jada? She's manipulative. I have heard several people say that. They're like, well, she just was sitting there like, yeah. And I told, when me and my husband talked about it right after I did my little video, he was like, well, why she didn't stop him? I said, stop him. Did you see the look in her face? She pretty much gave Will that look that said, I know you not finna just sit there like this cat, and let him disrespect me like that and not say or do nothing. And that's when Will got up and moved. I'm telling you, you know the look. The look she gave was like, you better get up and do something or it's going to be a problem when we get home. That's the look she gave him, in my opinion. Okay, now, I think the look wasn't saying get up there and go do it right now. I think what would have been cool would have been for him to go and approach him backstage, be like, hey, man to man, that wasn't cool, right? Something. You know how men do. And he could have even demanded an apology for her. But you already know it's not a good look the way it played out. It is not a good look the way it played out. Who cares about Jada? Let me see. She embarrassed Will, so-called healing that young boy. Oh my God. I heard so many people saying, well, why didn't he have this smoke for August? Jada Pinkett wanted that Oscar to be more black. I'm sure nobody thought that. I guess we will have the old burn Oscars next year. Oh my God. She gave that eye roll. Did you see that eye roll, Retro Babe? I told my husband, I said, oh my God, that look, she gave him that look. Because at first, Will was kind of laughing at the joke. Okay. Because, I mean, she did give that look, right, Gio? Did anyone see Vina? Oh my God. No, Robert. Look, like I said from the beginning, I don't even watch the Oscars. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I do not watch the Oscars. I think they're boring. And I catch the replays. I usually just catch the recaps from the different news outlets to see who was hot and who was not. I like to follow the fashions. I like to follow the appearances on the red carpet. But I cannot just sit and watch the Oscars from start to finish. I've never been able to, you know. Yes, I missed that. Everything was overshadowed by this Will and Chris thing. I was up on YouTube the night it happened, and all I was seeing was different Will and Chris. I even seen people take the "Everybody Hates Chris," the wording, the way they used to put the font on the show, and they put that over the slap. I was like, no, people are so funny. It was so funny. The Oscars will be back white from here. Yeah, I'm sure they will. I saw so much commentary. People was like, well, I guess we won't be getting invited back. I'm like, yeah. And then the thing that makes it even more funny to me is isn't Jada isn't Jada the one who initiated the strike to make the Oscars more black, more inclusive, more diversified? And then they get more diversified. You got all these African Americans up there in leadership, producing, hosting. It's all inclusive. You got people from the LGBTQ community up there doing big things. And this happens. I just feel like Will had a moment. And I do feel like I don't necessarily agree. Hey, Charlene, good morning. I don't feel like I heard a lot of people yesterday saying she emasculates him. I don't necessarily know that I agree with that or not, but I definitely do feel like they have issues, and unfortunately, because of who they are, their issues are on public display. And being that they're on public display, people are going to chime in and comment on them. But there was this issue between Chris and Will because they go way back. But there was an issue between Chris and Will from the 2016 Oscars where they said he kind of was going in on him and Jada. I agree with that, retrograde. No more black Oscars given out, but I still stand behind Will Slap. He could have done it backstage, but it happened. Now what? Exactly. Exactly, Gio. That's my whole point. Okay, and then here's my other point. Will Smith has been successful, a force to be reckoned with in Hollywood for over 3 decades without a dang on Oscar. So if they decide that they want to initiate their investigation and they determine that they need to pull their dang on award back from him, oh well, okay. Um, I don't think he's gonna skip a beat. I don't think he's gonna lose sleep. Okay, he's Will Smith. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion. Now, should he have gone up on that stage and slapped him at that moment? No, I don't think he should have. But should he have caught him backstage in the hallway and kept it all the way real with him about approaching his woman that way and coming at him that way? Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I've heard too, well, why should he go behind stage and do it when he did it very publicly? Because you're in mixed company and you're at a formal affair. Period. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Let's see what y'all are saying. Charlene's like, oh Lord, what did I walk into? Retrograde. Yes, she was. Now look at this karma. Can't take them nowhere. Yes, right? Because she's the one who fought for that, made a whole big deal out of it. And then here's Will finally getting his shine on. And then I saw somebody else say, I think it may have been Gio, about Venus and Serena's father. No, she does do that. You think so, Robert? You think she emasculates him? I don't know. I feel like I don't know if it's necessarily emasculation, but I just think that they have a very weird and interesting relationship, one that is very unconventional. And I mean, they claim that it works for them. And who are we to really judge, you know? Because what works for them definitely ain't working for everybody else. Yes, Will Packer produced I Love the Gospel in Remembrance. Yes, yes. I saw all of that. And that's what I'm saying. Such a powerful night for blacks in leadership roles the entire evening. And there's now all this speculation. Oh, well, the Oscars was overshadowed by the slap. This is why we can't be inclusive. And that's a shame. That's just a shame. But at the same time, we have so many black award shows. Robert, in your comments, it overshadowed Questlove's movement. Wow. Be professional about it. Yes. That joke was lame. And people would have forgotten it, but now Will made the moment famous. I died and gagged when Chris said, wow. It was like, well, this is going to be the most famous night in TV history. I was like, oh my God, I just could have ducked down in my seat. I just couldn't believe. I was like, did he just slap him? I thought he punched him actually. Good morning, Tisa. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? We just chit-chatting. We just chit-chatting. God's morning, good morning. They're both the same. Wait a minute, Robert, now. Nuh-uh, She don't gotta do no G.I. Jane. Well, here's the other thing. First of all, how many of you all knew anything about her alopecia? Because I didn't know anything about it. But then I don't watch the Red Table Talks like that. There's been a couple of times that I've tuned in, but I don't follow Jada like that. I don't follow her like that. Now, and then what are y'all's thoughts on the fact that when Chris said it, he said, um, what? That was a good one, y'all. That was he pretty much tried to make light of it and say that was like a easy one, you know. Didn't that seem like he had there was some type of conversation that had occurred or warning almost that like, look, don't play with us. Don't play with us. Do not come for us. Okay? And he decided to push the envelope anyway. That's what I feel like happened. And that's also why I feel like Will acted out of emotion. But what really prompted him is that look. Like, if looks could kill, she told him with her look, I know you not finna sit there and laugh at this BS. Now, I don't think he should have hopped up on that stage and did what he did in the fashion that he did it. But I definitely think he needed to check him. You know, he needed to check him because we know that's what comedians do. And Chris Rock is so corny. I mean, I loved Everybody Hates Chris, but man, I come to the conclusion. Me and my kids used to watch that show all the time. It wasn't for Chris Rock. I loved the daddy. I loved the sister. It was all the other characters that made the show pop. And Chris just narrating in the background. But Pookie, no ma'am. Mm-mm. Let me see. Oh, wait. Let me go back. Retro Babe said she's also still in love with Tupac, and then she hooked up with that young boy. She's deflating Will's masculinity. Ooh, the blood of Jesus, Lord. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, Robert says Chris Rock didn't know. I didn't think he did because I'm sure he probably wouldn't have picked that joke if he did. Retro Babe said, "Child is curable." It probably is curable, but at the same time, you know, us women are very self conscious about our appearance. I didn't think it was curable though. If you look at it, Chris was going to punch him and pulled back. It did look like he almost was finna pull back and cock him. That's the same thing my husband said. Chris is a master roaster. He could have really got what he probably is a master roaster, but he's corny. I don't know. Some of his jokes be funny, but not a lot of them. But why laugh at the joke? Right. Yeah, because he was definitely laughing at first. No, let's agree to disagree. He acted out of the look. He acted out of the look. That look, yeah, that look was definitely something. It was definitely something. Should have punched the guy about the entanglement. He's a comedian. So is Will at times. Yep, I heard that too. I heard that too this weekend. Wait, who? And get some advice on some good. Wait a minute, Robert. Mm-mm. Nope, don't even go there. Now listen, I heard that on somebody's I was listening to so many different lives. Everybody been going live talking about this situation. Now somebody did mention, well, she could have wore a wig. But here's my thing. Number one, I don't ever really recall a time besides what's that movie that she played was it Boys in the Hood? Where she was dating Kane? I think it was Boys in the Hood. That's the only time I can remember Jada having some hair on her head. Jada Pinkett has always been, you know, she's always worn her hair short, semi bald. And she is one of the few that look good with a bald head. So I didn't really see the big deal. Like, if no one had ever mentioned the alopecia, I would have just assumed this was her rocking her normal short hair. So, yeah. Yes. Hold on, let me go back to what Retro Babe says. Really, Pandy, have you seen his comedy shows? I think Chris is brilliant and quick witted and can roast and also give political worldwide jokes. He with Dave Chappelle. Now, yes, I love Dave Chappelle. Now, Retro Babe, yes, I have seen his comedy, and I also agree with you that he is brilliant and quick witted and can roast. But I think he has a cornball effect on him as well. And he tends to be corny at times. Now, like I said, some of his jokes are funny. And he could definitely roast, but he's kind of in that cornballish kind of way. I don't dislike Chris. I like him a lot. He just is a cornball too. Um, Boss Life. Hey Penny, Chris Rock is not funny as a comedian. He was not funny at the Oscars. Well, yeah, he's funny, but it's he got that different kind of humor. He's not like Bernie Mac funny. You know what I'm saying? Bernie Mac is like one of the greatest of all times. Bernie Mac can just come out and look at the crowd and I'm going to bust out laughing. I don't know, you know? And that's like Eddie Murphy, you know? I think Eddie Murphy is awesome. He can be funny at times, he can roast at times, but then he can be very corny at times. So now I love Everybody Hates Chris, but a lot of his stand up, I'm like, okay, Chris, what did I miss something? Because I'm like, that wasn't funny to me. You got to watch his old shows. Chris is pretty good at times. He has clout too among the. Yeah, yeah. Retro Babe. He has clout among them because it is almost that type of humor. It's that Jerry Seinfeldish type of humor and comedy and comedic style, in my opinion. But I think he's cool, and I definitely think he's quick witted and smart. Yeah. Hmm. Bald heads are low maintenance. I love it. The movie, okay, that's right. Minister Society. What did I say? Boys in the Hood. I said the wrong movie. Yeah, you right. But that was going back to my point, right? She has always had short hair, so when she comes up in there in a buzz cut with that beautiful emerald green gown on, she looked absolutely stunning. Her makeup was flawless, honey. Her face was beat to the gods. This is Jada. Jada is a beautiful woman. And honestly, she's one of those women, to me, in my opinion. She looks better with short hair. She doesn't look that cute or beautiful with long hair. I like her with short hair. But I was watching a clip on somebody's channel where she was on her show actually talking about her condition. Hey, be amazing. Good morning. I'm doing good. Y'all can tell I'm at home off today. That's why I'm out here running my mouth. So, I just feel like she was the one who she announced she had alopecia. She announced that, women are very, self-conscious about their appearance, this, that, and the other. But I'm like, this is coming from a woman who is always almost 90% of the time rocking a very short haircut. You always beautiful with or without makeup. Jada is a beautiful woman. But like I said, since they have let us in on the fact that a lot of the rumors surfacing around their relationship have come out, we kind of look at them from a side eye. We look at them differently. And so once that mess came out with August, the whole entanglement, I do feel like Will has probably been stressed out. I feel like he's definitely probably been upset and PO'd with Jada. But also at the same time, I think that that look that she gave him when Chris gave that joke, or the lack thereof, when he made that statement about the G.I. Jane, that was it. Okay, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Now, I think Will responded out of emotion, and that just wasn't the right thing to do at that time. Because, there's going to be consequences. You got to watch his old shows. Okay, I already seen that. Minister Society, yes. Ooh, the others. Wait, who are the others, girl? The others are really mad at Will this time. They didn't act like, oh, they didn't like the violence and also the fact that he didn't apologize. Yep. Yep. You're right, Retro. You are absolutely right. And that's why he issued that apology and inserted Chris's name on IG yesterday. And then now this morning, the Academy is saying that they're getting ready to initiate their own internal investigation, which to me means they basically about to probably try to pull that Oscar back from him. And then I don't know if y'all saw Jim Carrey on the morning show with Gil King. It was very interesting. He said, and I quote, that he was very disgusted at the fact that Will was allowed to come back on stage and receive his award 45 minutes after slapping Chris and to get a standing ovation, that he was very disgusted by that. He said, "What? Are we no longer the cool club anymore?" And he also said that if he was Chris Rock, he would be suing Will for $200 million. I was like, damn, okay, Jim Carrey, tell us how you really feel. It was interesting. She had long hair in the inkwell. Yeah, yeah, you right about that. You right about that. But that whole just goes back to my point. Look how long ago that was, Robert. In the last 2 decades, we have only seen Jada with short hair. So when I saw them scan the audience to her in that beautiful green gown, I was like, okay, come on through, Jada. Jada being Jada. Thank you, Charlene. Happy Tuesday to you as well. I should have brought me some tissue back here. My nose is all stuffed up. We have so much pollen in the air. It's messing with my allergies, guys. But anyway, yeah. Y'all, look at it. I said, I am so Will Smithed out. I don't want to talk about it no more. And here I am running my mouth about it. I do think, I guess it's just one of them things. We're going to be talking about it for a minute. We're going to be talking about it for a minute because it's trending everywhere. I will definitely have to go back and look for this, what Robert call it, Nipplegate. With one of the Williams sisters. Now, did that happen at the award show as well? Yeah. Let me see what Sylvia said. When you lose your hair, it's a struggle. No matter what you say, it hurts. I've been down this road and didn't want to leave the house, but this doesn't say he was right. Both men was wrong. Yes, I agree with that, Sylvia. And that was the other thing that I was mentioning. I saw a clip of Jada talking about it from her Red Table Talk show. She was talking about her alopecia diagnosis and how she was showering one day and her hair just started coming out in clumps. That, as a woman, is going to be very devastating. That is going to be very devastating. So she opted to go with the buzz cut look. You know what I'm saying? And then some people were saying, well, she could have wore a wig. Well, why would she wear a wig? She was trying to be confident in her, you know, she was just trying to walk in it. She was open and honest. She shared about it and she was standing in it. So why should she wear a wig? I'm one of those people that I wear wigs when I want to, but I don't wear them because I'm bald or because my hair is coming out in clumps. I have a very full, thick head of hair, but I love wigs. You know what I'm saying? Just for the versatility of it and to be able to change my appearance up and go from straight to curly or curly to wavy, without having to put chemicals and damage my own hair. That's it. That's all. My natural hair is very kinky curly, so some women wear wigs because they have to, they don't have any hair and, they want to try to, um, you know, uh, fix themselves up and give themselves hair because, how long since the biblical days have we been taught that our hair is our crown? You know what I'm saying? But then you have people like Jada, who, in my opinion, are very beautiful with short hair. Very beautiful with short hair. She has the perfect head, the perfect face, beautiful with or without makeup. She can get away with it. Now, you let me try to come roll up in here with a bald head. I'll be looking a whole fool. I wouldn't even try that. I couldn't do it. Sylvia says, bald is beautiful and Chris should not have went there and that he didn't deserve that. I agree. I agree. Because he tried to low key slide that joke in. And unfortunately, what did he say? Will Smith just slapped the ish out of me. Oh. And let me see. Wait, Boss Life said, well, if they take the Oscar, he still won. Who they gonna give to the next person? I would not want it. I'm just saying. Now, I thought about that too. I thought about that too. Yes, look a whole fool, honey. A whole fool. Absolutely. Now, I thought about that. I was like, well, you know what? Will could have just said, I don't even want the Oscar because it would still have gone down in history that he was nominated and he chose not to accept because he was so emotionally outraged or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It could have went that way too. But honestly, like I said, Will have been in Hollywood for 30 years, 30 plus years, without an Oscar. Okay, he's had a very successful, very popular career without ever winning an Oscar. So, what they're doing now is you got all these Hollywood regulars, I'll call them regulars, coming out and speaking out against what he did. I even heard someone on the news this morning saying that his actions represented domestic violence and it represented domestic abuse and a abusive man. I mean, they had all this stuff to say, and I was like, now y'all do know that Will Smith has never operated in that character before, right? But this is the narrative that is being spun. You still don't care for her bald headed or not. She's a COVID witch. Ooh. Now listen, I think I'm not even gonna say what I think about that. I think she's a beautiful woman, but I don't necessarily care for her personality. Something about Jada. Something about Jada is just very interesting. But I will not take away the fact that she's a beautiful woman, even bald, especially with short hair. I like her with short hair. Sorry, Penny, but it's true. Jada did something to Will. Root work. Let me tell you now, that them roots is very real. I'm in the South, and people still put roots on people. I see it all the time. Uh huh. I don't think he's going to make 20 million for too long. It's possible, Robert. It is very possible. And that part right there, Jada is selfish, but Will accepts that. So who are we? That's what I'm saying, Sylvia. If Will like it, I love it. If Will like it, I love it. Boss Life says, I think when it happens, everyone thought it was staged. Yes. That's why they went on with the show until after they really look at what happened. Yeah. Yeah, because that was coming out too, saying it was staged, it was scripted, it was fake. And that kind of threw me for a loop too when that started coming out. But I was like, I don't think it was fake. Because when I saw the look on her face, I was like, no, I don't think it was fake at all. And then just judging from Chris's reaction, I was like, ooh, no, that was not fake. Okay, thank you, Sylvia. Have a good day. Have a good day, Sylvia. Thanks for popping in. Yes. Lupita's face was like, ooh. That's all she could think was, ooh. He tried to call himself a crazy dad like Venus and Serena's dad. Mr. William was like, hell to the no, no, no. We don't put hands on people. Okay. Hey, partly cloudy. Good morning. Partly cloudy. Blow one for me, baby. Oh my goodness, y'all. How long do you think this is going to be trending for? And what do y'all think? Do you think they're going to snatch the award back or what? And if they do, how is that really going to affect Will Smith? Like, what is that going to affect his bottom line? Is that going to affect his bottom line? Robert said Lupita was thinking this would never happen in my country. Lupita was definitely looking like, I don't know if I want to be sitting right next to him right now. He still won. They might as well leave it. Yeah. True. True, true, true. Um, I mean, y'all, these are rich people problems. Let me see. Retro Babe saying, and I adore Will. He was sexy and handsome to me in the movie Focus, but I can't condone this behavior. Uh, Will has always been fine since the Fresh Prince days. I mean, I just think there's something definitely going on more than, even though they have shared so much with us recently, with us finding out about the whole entanglement thing, because like I said, there had been rumors circling around them for years about them being in a so-called open relationship. There's been video footage that has surfaced about uh Will being on vacations with other beautiful women, him even being involved with the ex. And it just seems like not Will, but Jada's entanglement didn't know how to keep it to himself. And I think the fact that their situation is so non-traditional, it caused the public to kind of look at them from a very side-eye point of view. And so you take the fact that Will has maintained such a blemish free image all this time for the 3+ decades that he's been there in Hollywood. And then you get to the Oscars on a night when Black folks are doing such big things with regards to the hosting, the production, the performances, and he acts out of emotion. He goes up there, he strikes Chris Rock, and then he comes back out 45 minutes later. He cries, he apologizes to everyone except the one that he struck. I mean, people are going to be talking and forming these opinions. It just is what it is. Mm-hmm. Jaden comment was not good either. He said that yeah, I saw that too, Robert. I was like, now he need to really sat down and shut up and let grown folks do what grown folks do. Mm-hmm. You didn't like him back then? Yeah, I actually thought he was corny back then, but I thought he was fine. Okay? Him and Jazzy Jeff, okay? Maybe Will was drunk. I don't think Will was drunk. I definitely think Will had something going on. Did y'all really see the look on his face when he was yelling at Chris, cussing him out? I was like, okay, Will might really need to go and lie down on somebody's couch and maybe talk about it and get some stuff out. That's the look he was given. It wasn't a look of I'm drunk. And to me, like I said, I can understand him wanting to check, oh boy, for even coming for his wife in the way he did, even though it wasn't malicious. It was touchy, but not to the extent that he did it, you know? It's just my opinion. Robert said, don't think so, Gio. They even said, oh, yes, I forgot about that. What is his name? That other comedian guy. The one who was married to Gina from Martin. Damn, I can't. Dwayne Martin, allegedly. Yep, that had been surfacing around for years. I don't want to believe all this mess going around. Who cares what they both like? They're both excellent actors. Yep. Yep. Thank you, Charlene. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for popping in. Appreciate it. He was drunk for Jay. Robert, you be saying the funniest stuff. Wait a minute. What does that mean? What does that mean? He was drunk for Jada. You seen that look she gave him? And that is too funny because Retro Babe said that she's a COVID witch. I'm like, oh my God. Mm-mm. But listen, y'all. Oh my God, we've been doing this for an hour. I didn't even think so. And I'm not rushing off. I really was coming on here to check in, see how everybody's week is going, how everybody's day is going. I also wanted to touch base with the women. I know I mentioned a couple of weeks ago. Hi, good morning, Push Lady T. Thank you so much for coming in. She said, interesting conversation. It is an interesting conversation. Oh my goodness. One that I wasn't even trying to go into, but we kind of just landed there. Um, of course, talking about the whole slap at the Oscars. Yes. But yeah, I wanted to just come in, check in, see how everybody's week is going. See what everyone got going on, any interesting live streams or premieres that folks got planned. Also wanted to remind the women that I said a couple of weeks ago, a lot of people asked about doing a wig install on live. And so I wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to be setting that up for this coming weekend. So y'all will see that popping up soon. And I would like for the ones who are planning to come on to the panel with me, if you guys could reach out to me. So I'll put all that up. It'll be posted in just a second. I'm looking at this Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hey, good morning, East Media with BG. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for popping in. Mm-hmm. So yeah, ladies, I would like to do that. We said we were gonna kind of make it like a little party type of deal, but this is gonna be a beginner friendly um wig installation because a lot of women don't understand, how to properly cut the lace off, how to properly lay, and that type of thing. And some women don't even know that they should wear a stocking cap, or whether they should or whether they shouldn't, whether they should glue down or not. So we'll be talking about that, and that again is going to be on this Saturday. Good morning, Miss T Velocity. How you doing? Thank you so much for coming in. Y'all are probably like, now, what is she talking about? So y'all, we done did our little messy conversation talking about the slap. Okay. Everybody done gave their opinions. Mary versus. Oh, really? Is that on April 17th? Wow. Miss T Velocity said, good, and you. I am doing good, Miss Tiva. I'm actually at home today. I did not have to work today or yesterday. I took a couple of days off so I could celebrate my husband's birthday, which was yesterday. So I am feeling good. I am sitting here chilling, honey. I got my pajamas on and I'm on here running my mouth with y'all. Feel like I'm on the party line. I done got up, cleaned up. I did a lot of cleaning over these last 2 days. Not really cleaning, but you know how you do your organizing and spring cleaning around your house that you don't really get to while you're working. Yeah, I got a lot done. Oh, thank you, Miss Tiva. I love it too, so I can come on and come live without having to be on camera with y'all. And y'all don't have to just sit and look at my little circle picture. Y'all can look at some other stuff. Mm-hmm. All right, all right. You been off too? That's gonna be good. But wait, oh, you said BB and Cece versus Mary on April 17th. That should be interesting. That should be very interesting. Okay. So yeah, this has been such an interesting conversation. I would like to really thank you guys so much for coming in and chit-chatting with me. Um, Let me give y'all a couple of updates here. Let me see before I go. Oh, thank you guys so much who have been watching and commenting on my weekly premieres. That was a part of my whole revamp with trying to really niche the channel down to the hair and beauty and self-care and wellness. So I've been doing the Monday motivational premieres, the Hump Day hair chronicles, and then the Friday Fresh Friday skincare. Fresh Skincare Fridays. Look, I got it all mixed up. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for actually watching those videos and supporting them and sharing them. Thank you so much. It really helps me. And then also because we had not been doing drop the link, which I have a video coming out today about that. So stay tuned for that because there's some changes. But since I've been having my Fridays open, I have a live scheduled for every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, where I'm going to just come live and we're going to chop it up based on whatever the topic is. So I believe this Friday, my topic is going to be on boundaries and why they're important to maintain healthy relationships. So we'll be talking about that on. Thank you, Robert. You are so correct about that. Um, we'll be doing that on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My skincare will be a premiere, but the live will be at 7 p.m. in the Eastern Time. And then, like Robert said, don't forget to push your jewelry business. You guys know I am a paparazzi consultant, so you can always get your $5 jewelry, Pandy's $5 bling and things. Okay, that link is always in the description box of all of my videos. So you can definitely order from me, or you can go right to the website and order your $5 jewelry. And we have beautiful nickel and lead free jewelry, guys. So definitely do take a look at that. And yes, I know you will be bowling on Friday. And then, like I was just saying, on this coming Saturday, which is April the 2nd at 5 p.m., I know a few ladies had asked about me hosting a live stream doing like a beginner friendly wig install and, just talking about the process and the procedures. Um, So we'll be doing that on this coming Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern. So I'm hoping that a few ladies will join me on the panel. Bring your good Judy, which is your wig. Okay. Make sure your lace is still on because we're going to talk about the proper way to cut your lace off. We are going to talk about the proper way to install the wig. We're going to talk about how to not go outside the house with your wig because some folks just don't know how to do it. Okay. And again, understand it, if you're wearing a wig, don't mean you're wearing one because you're bald headed, because I certainly am not bald headed. Okay. But that's gonna be this Saturday, and I'm actually gonna post that up after I get off of here. And then I'm going to do a poll on the community tab because I would really like to know if the women who initiated that conversation with me are definitely still interested in planning on coming so they can be a part of it. And I want to have at least 2 to 3 women that are going to come on. Um, so you would need to come with your wig with the lace still on. And there'll be some other accessories that you'll need to have so that I can really demo this to you and show you what you're going to need to make sure that your wig is on looking right. Okay. And understand, it don't need to be a human hair wig. These synthetic wig companies have stepped their game up so high that if you know what you're doing with your application and your install process, it will look like you're wearing a human hair wig. In fact, it will look like your hair and it will look like it's coming from your scalp. Okay, because until I actually tell people that I'm wearing a wig, people do not know that I'm wearing a wig. Okay, I'm just saying. So if you want to come through for that and be a part of that, I know we said we would do a little makeup, maybe have a little wine, and just kind of chit chat. But overall, this is going to be a beginner friendly um, lace wig, lace front installation live. So we're going to do that. Okay, and just talk about a few things. And I believe that is it for me on my update. So, does anyone have any questions for me before I get out of here and bring it to a close? Any questions? Any questions? I'm looking. You'll catch it one Friday night. Okay. I don't think anybody has any questions for me. Well, again, I want to thank you guys for taking a moment to come pop in with me and chit chat and catch up. I appreciate you all for coming in. If you guys did not remember to do so on your way coming in, please don't forget to blow dry on that like button for me. Also, if you have the ability to share, please share the video. Sharing is caring. Okay, it lets people know that I be coming on here sometimes and going live. And, I have a channel that is very well rounded, very informative, and very entertaining. Okay. And sometimes you can be entertained without all the drama and all the mess. Okay. So sharing is caring. Please share. All right. Okay. Well, since it doesn't look like anyone has any questions for me, I'm going to go ahead and bring this to a close. I am Pandi of Pandy's Hair, Candy, and More, as well as the Simply Pandy Show. Thank you guys. Until next time, stay safe out there. Stay blessed, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace. Thank you so much for coming through and kicking it with your girl. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. I hope you were thoroughly entertained. And if you didn't remember to do so on your way coming in, please don't forget to blow dry on that like button. And if you're not already subscribed, what are you waiting for? It is free 99 after all. It doesn't cost you anything. And don't forget to share me with a friend, family member, or on your other social media platforms. Let's help each other grow. Once again, I'm Pandi of Pandy's Hair, Candy, and More. Thank you so much for taking a moment to come on over and kick it with your girl. Until next time, you all stay safe out there, stay encouraged, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.